In my opinion, a coaster's height is its most important stat. I mean, if you think about it, height determines the entire experience. Oftentimes, the height will determine how fast, long, and thrilling a ride is. So basically, height equals coaster experience. This was especially true during the Coaster Wars. All parks wanted to build taller, so today I'll be talking about the best coaster from every height range. So originally, I was gonna have Nemesis from Alton Towers representing this range, but I don't think that really counts since it's a terrain coaster. So my pick is going to be Revenge of the Mummy at 44 feet tall. This Premier Rides indoor launching coaster is a perfect mix of dark ride and thrill ride. I don't really consider this a coaster, I more consider it an experience. The queue is incredibly well themed, the show scenes are actually kind of scary, and the highlight of this ride, being the launch, is really punchy. This coaster also holds a soft spot in my heart, as it was the ride that got me over my fear of roller coasters, but that's a story for another day. Now, there are a ton of options for this range, like Storm Chaser and Time Traveler, but one ride that really stuck out to me was the 98-foot tall Teran. Now, I'm a sucker for theming, and this ride looks to have some of the best in the world. The rockwork is stunning, the queue looks awesome, and you can't go wrong with an infinite blitz. Another thing about this ride that I don't hear many people talking about is the train. Like, just look at it! In my opinion, the best coaster from 101 to 150 feet is Thunderhead at Dollywood. Now, I may just be biased since this is my favorite Woody, but this really looks like the best coaster in its height range. While the airtime on this ride is really underwhelming, the laterals very well make up for it. This is the only ride that has actually hurt me, but it was well worth it. A night ride on Thunderhead is like nothing else. In fact, my mom was in the back row with me, and the forces made her Apple Watch come off of her arm. Luckily, she was able to catch it, but that just shows how insane this coaster is. My pick for this height range is El Toro. Need I say more? Okay, but seriously, although I've never ridden El Toro, it looks absolutely insane. As much as I wanted to have Iron Gwazi as the best coaster from 201 to 250 feet, I think the overall consensus is that Steel Vengeance is the best coaster for this height range. And I mean, I'm completely fine with that. This was the first coaster that truly took my breath away, and I dream about riding it again someday. Oh my gosh, that rhymed. I've heard many people call this ride overrated, but I don't really see where they're coming from. From the first drop to the brakes, this ride is non-stop fun with some of the best airtime moments out there. I mean, you have the drop, the speed hill, the outer bank, this hill, the first wave turn, the pop into the mid-course, and all of these other airtime moments that I'm too lazy to name. I mean, just look at this. Literally the only coaster I could find in this range was Shambhala. But Shambhala is 249 feet, I don't care. There's actually 0 rides in this height range, and Shambhala's drop is 251 feet, so I'm gonna count it. I love this ride's color scheme, and it looks to have some of the best elements and pacing out there of any other B&M hyper. Also, there's a splashdown. Okay, this is where we start to run out of coasters to choose from, but I think this range's coaster is pretty obvious. Fury 325 is an insane B&M Giga, and it's what many people consider the best Giga in the world. The banking on this ride looks awesome, like there's not a single moment on the ride where the track is just straight. The turnaround looks really sick, and I would love to try it one day. Lastly, I love speed, and this coaster looks like it's going over 60 miles an hour the whole time. This ride looks amazing. The only ride from this height range is a Red Force. I don't know what's best about this ride. The height, the speed, the colors, the fact that some famous person got hit by a bird wall, and oh wait, yeah, that's the one. Okay, but seriously, this ride looks really good. I mean, sure, it's really short in length, but so is literally every other coaster that's over 350 feet. While this probably isn't the best ride on the list, it still looks really fun. And it gives you a bird's eye view, I'm sorry. My pick for this range is a ride that hasn't even opened yet, but this is my video, so I can make the rules. I think it's pretty clear that when it opens, Top Throw 2 is going to be the best ride in this height range. It has an awesome color scheme, a really great looking train, an insane spike, and a pretty cool theme. Also, the thing that sets it apart from the other coaster in this height range is that it has lap bars, so I think this coaster is going to be awesome when it opens later this year. I wonder what coaster could be the best in this category.